That's RJ Levichin. I am Nate Sperlin. This is the Cap episode 207. On this episode, we will first off discuss the unfortunate passing of the hip hop legend Shock G. But then after that, we'll get into Slime Language 2, that Deluxe. After that, we will discuss Moneybagg Yo's Against His Pain, followed up by Lil Yachty's Michigan Boy Boat, and finally finish off by discussing Cordae's project, the 4-track EP, Just Until. It's your weekly tour through hip hop. You can find us. First of all, follow us, yeah, obviously. But you could find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Verbal, iHeartRadio. It's all listed below here. So yeah, I don't know why you're still listening to me. Go watch it. Yo, welcome back to the Cap, episode 207, here with my co-host, RJ Levichin. I am Nate Sperlin. It's your weekly tour through hip-hop. RJ, how are you doing today?
Man, the sun is shining, and I'm vibing, you know what I'm saying? I got my water.
Of course.
Drink your water.
Clear Skin Gang.
You know what I'm saying? And we had some good music this weekend. So.
We did have some really good music. I mean, except for one, but we'll get into it. Yeah.
We're going to get into it.
Oh, yeah, we are going to get into it.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah, also, let me just start off by saying after last night, we record this on Saturdays, and after Kyrie's amazing performance on defense against the Celtics on Friday, I'm going to start it up right now. Kyrie Irving for Defensive Player of the Year. This is probably just going to last a week, but it's going to be one hell of a week. That's my hill that I'm dying on right now.
As you can see, my co-host is drunk and he doesn't know what he's talking about because well, this is a music podcast.
My co-host didn't see the game. You're going to have to excuse RJ because he just didn't see the game. So it's fine. But I just have to say that next time, RJ, you need to come prepared and see all the Brooklyn Nets games, so then we can talk about them here on this very fine podcast. That's all I want.
No, thank you. Then if I watch Nets games when you watch Knicks games,
I do watch Knicks games.
All right, then maybe I'll watch. I watch some Nets games.
Sounds like you owe me.
I try not to. I tried to avoid that abomination of a franchise.
The Knicks?
No, the Nets.
You said abomination. Anyway, do us a favor, hit the like button, subscribe. Are you gonna like? It's just lay it out.
Yeah, like.
Oh wait, let's do the. Can you do the wave? Passing it to you. No,
no.
You're not gonna. All right. Well, like and subscribe. Thank you. Leave a comment too. Share with your friends. I appreciate it. Before we get started though, unfortunately, once again, we have some bad news to start off with. Rest in peace to Brooklyn's own Shock G, the leader of the hip hop group Virtual Underground, known for the Humpty Dance, which is a very, 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 very good song. And if you can listen to that song, excuse me, and not smile, something's wrong with you. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, rest in peace to Shock G.
Yeah, man. I mean, all right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'll make your money, see? So, yo, I hope you're ready for me. I mean, he's the Humpty, like that song, anybody that knows Step Up 2, that was like, they did like a whole like vile diss video, and like they used that song, and it's your dance, do the hump. Like that, the beat is crazy, that song is crazy. Shock G is, one of the pioneers of making a hip hop hit. You know, I think when hip hop first started, there was a lot of dudes that like to spit, you know, and rap at you, and there wasn't the crossover value and the pop value and the radio value was like kind of wavering. And he was a dude that, you know, was a hit maker for sure. So rest in peace. And he's definitely something that the hip hop world has to mourn.
Yeah, definitely. I also think it's what's interesting about reading up on him is the fact that he's impactful on both coasts, because he was also in Tupac's earlier ages. He was also Tupac's mentor and close friend, and he broke Tupac into the industry. And that's obviously on the West Coast, but at the same time, he was born in Brooklyn. So it's also really interesting to see how impactful he was on both sides. But like we said, rest in peace, Shock G. Yeah.
Another one, man.
Yeah. But moving on, let's just get one. We have 4 projects to talk to you about today. It's like RJ said, we have a lot of music to talk about. First, we're gonna get to a deluxe from Young Stoner Life, Young Thug, and Gunna. Slime Language 2, the deluxe is here. 8 tracks, 23 minutes. What's added here is The Baby, Don Toliver, B Slime, Nav, Yak Gotti, FN the Dealer, Mego, Jim Jones, and Future. RJ, what did you think about this deluxe? Does it change any opinions that you might have stated on last podcast?
No. But good songs, good features. The remix or the deluxe 2, so much fun. Was like more of a oh shit, like these songs are fire. Had much more weight, but no bad songs, but just more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this was good. It was good deluxe. It was consistent with the project. Take the songs that you like. Replay value, I'm not sure about. But yeah. Real quick, what are your favorite songs?
From the deluxe?
Yeah.
I gotta look at the list. You go first.
All right. Well, I will go. Liddy with Young Thug and The Baby. Mill in Vegas with Young Thug and Nav. And Yes Sirski with the Young Thug, when Young Thug's daughter, Mego. That song is actually very, very heat, and it actually made me ponder for a little bit after I finished listening to it why Young Thug's daughter understands Pocket better than a lot of these rappers.
I mean, she's Young Thug's daughter. I feel like that's the whole.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know how old she is.
Young Thug literally is the blueprint for half of the artists out right now.
So maybe she's just born with it.
Yeah. Oh no, she is.
Oh, she's born with it. All right, copy.
It's in her DNA.
I was just wondering, because she's not really a professional at it, and some people are getting paid for it.
She was born professional. She was
born
elite.
All right, my fault. Elite with a capital E. 2 capital E's. My fault.
Stop. But
yeah, it was a good song. Yes, Sirski.
Come on, bro. How you not gonna bring up No Surprise, bro? Don Toliver. Can we talk about Don Toliver for a second? Is he?
He's cool. He's cool. I feel like
you brought up the Nav song before you brought up. I like Nav, and you brought up the. No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you got your songs. I got my songs. We gotta agree.
Hey, man. Moving on. We do have. Let's talk about Moneybagg Yo. A Gangsta's Pain, 22 tracks, 52 minutes long. The features here are Kosh Page, Big 30, Future. Again, wow, Future just works. Tripstar, Polo G, Lil Durk, Janae Aiko, and the legendary Pharrell Williams. RJ, what are your first initial thoughts on The Gangsta's Pain?
Well, I want to say that I don't know. I think Dior came out first. Dior with Gunna, which was off of Moneybagg Yo project, into his feature verse on Toes, which is the Baby project. I've been noticing him, and I've been okay, he has a pocket that I kind of fuck with. Moneybagg Yo is definitely a Gmail name that I would have used when I was 10. But this is a good project. This is one of those. It's weird because I've been watching Moneybagg Yo slowly climb, get better features. He tweeted recently that his feature verses, his appearances are now, he's worth 100K. Clearly his value is going up. This album is one of those albums that makes good on all of those. People are investing in you and they think that you're about to blow up, and then you drop the album that solidifies all of their expectations. This project was good. Hits, B-sides, everything, features, correct, showed the uniqueness, showed the pocket that he controls, was thought out, cohesive, everything that we as OldMilk individuals have been, championing since the beginning.
Since he did episode 0.
Every box. So,
yeah.
This is in my rotation. That's all I can. It's in my rotation.
I agree. I think that this album, some of the songs from this album are definitely going to be in my rotation. Might find their way onto 2 playlists because the beat selection here is just wow. I like one thing that I knew about Moneybagg Yo going into this project was there were going to be some great ass beats on here. I listened to his last project. I believe it's called Time Served, and there were some great beats on there too. However, the rapping was kind of eh. This one, the rapping's better. There's good sequencing. He has some sneaky bars within each song too, and also he doesn't really try to do too much on each song. Like there are songs here that are just like 1 minute and 30 minutes long, and it's like, well, I got my point across, so here you go. And it's like, oh well, okay, got your point across. You don't have to belabor us.
Oh man, there's so many artists that I wish would do that more.
Yeah,
so
to be honest.
Artists. And you done it. All right.
I get it.
And even though I get it, hip hop is very like the third verse can be like a beat chain that you shifted and you can. But in these days, everything is so minimalist that like the third verse can just be like, oh, this is exhausting. Like I got it. So I'm very glad that Moneybagg Yo kind of got, because replay value can sometimes get destroyed by just the third verse. Like, oh, this song is great, but like it's just too long, and that can literally just take away from it. So Moneybagg Yo, salute.
I agree. I think the third verse is definitely something that's dangerous for a lot of artists now. Unless you're like Kendrick or Cole.
You're not talking about anything.
Yeah, like you're like.
Give me the third verse.
You already told me how your ops want you dead and all that other stuff. I get it. Like I got it from the first verse. Honestly, like you could have just gave me like a verse and
the 2 second hooks. Verse. I was like, oh, the ops still got him. This is some bad ops.
Yeah, like what was like? It's like that Thugnificent on Boondocks. Like, damn. What do you do to make them niggas that bad? Like,
you know, like ops need to chill.
Oh my god, but yeah, this is a good album. I still think that Moneybagg Yo's rapping can improve a little bit. There were times where his flow would break off a little bit and kind of ruin a song or two for me. But it's 22 tracks, man. Like for him to be cohesive. The use of the interlude in the middle was great. Some the introduction with Kaj Page, I believe that song's called Afghanistan. Great use of that. It was a nice mix of him trying to be more experimental, because I haven't really heard him try to be melodic before this project, and also still give us the rapping that he's known for. So overall, good project. I really, yeah, it's a good project.
I want to see how many platinum records he gets from this project.
Me too.
I know that the project, and I also want to know. I want to know if he gets any top. I feel like it's easy to get a top 10 hit right now if you're the only like new hip hop project that drops.
Well, he's not though.
I'll say top 10. I'll say top 10. No, he is.
The only new one?
We'll talk about it we'll talk about it next.
Okay. But I think. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say that this is Moneybagg Yo is the first artist that made me a fan of them this year.
Who?
Moneybagg Yo.
Like the first time where like you didn't like him before the project dropped and they dropped and you liked it. Okay.
Yeah, he's the first artist to do that.
Okay. I already was I was anticipating this. So he made good on what I wanted. Completely. So, yeah, I'm hyped, and I'm hyped to like. What I will say, this is off of fans. This is obviously we're recording this on Saturday. It dropped Thursday night, so this is off of 24 hours. Listen, I'm hyped to see how long the B-sides last and what the hits really look like, because there's this is a good song, and then it doesn't run, and so you're like, you gotta see. I want to see the longevity of the songs. And I know that especially right now, where we are in the year, the longevity of these songs are also going to be based off of whether people drop or not.
Yeah.
Right? Because Moneybagg Yo could be the dude that kind of like carries the next multiple weeks. And if someone drops next week, he's out. He's out. So we got to see.
I agree with that. But I think, oh man, I had a point, but I lost it. So it's fine.
Turnover.
Honestly, yeah, that's a turnover. Where's the boo? I don't even know where that shit is.
See? Hey, I want y'all to know, fans.
Hey, man.
I'm taking the soundboard from this nigga. He's not doing it.
Please do. Honestly, yeah.
Get ready for the bombs. I'm about to be like,
I relinquish
this bitch. This
I relinquish it to you. Oh God. What are your favorite songs on this project?
What?
What are some of your favorite songs on this project?
Okay, so my favorite songs. This is easy for me. Let me just get it out. All right, so I got Waukesha, like that sample.
Yeah.
I got Hard for the Next.
Of course, it's Future.
And then it's between Go and Free Primo. It's between Go and Free Primo. Polo G. I don't think, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think you deserve that number one.
Nah, that song is heat.
I think that the album that you dropped gonna put a lot of niggas on notice.
Nah, that Rap Star song is actually
garbage.
Good. You said it's garbage?
It's very overrated, sir. It's very.
Don't lie to the fine
I also
people.
think that's my least favorite Polo G bag. That that lazily singing thing that he does. I hate it. I like much more. I like when he like gets in his like I'm drilling my ops. I like that, and I like Marvin and Gina. That shit is cool. But like some songs, I'm like, okay, this is like you could have gone harder on this one. It's his first number one. He got it. I'm not taking it away from him. It's his first number one. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what I say. It's his first number one.
Rap Star is heat. I would like to hear more of that bag. This is a tangent.
No, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Cop the BMW. Your wallet. Your wallet. But I do my favorite songs, going back to Moneybagg Yo off this tangent, because the way that Polo G has been dropping, I'm fairly certain that we're gonna get an album within the next 2 months. So we'll definitely have time to discuss Polo G further. But back to Moneybagg.
Do you think right now that he could challenge Lil Baby for his MVP crown?
I think he's on his way.
Do you think that like he could drop an album that could challenge for the crown?
Yes.
Currently. Okay.
I wasn't big on Lil Baby's album.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Like it was
so
cool,
then challenge
for
Uzi. Then challenge Uzi's albums.
No.
No,
not yet. No, he's not as versatile. He's starting to get there though, but like I need to. He's on the short list of contenders. He's like,
bro, I want you
he's
to
like the
know
Sixers.
that this man can give you a drilling song. He can give you the R&B vibes. And then Rap Star is a third. So he has triple threat.
Uzi,
the music is.
Uzi can do whatever. That was a bad example, but like Uzi can do whatever. Like he's one of the few people who have unlimited things that they can do.
It's fine.
Like Uzi, it's like Uzi, Future, Young Thug.
I know it's on the top because we don't have like, you know, once we get the album, then we'll talk.
Yeah. My favorite songs on Moneybagg Yo's A Gangsta's Pain are Hard for the Next with Future, Free Promo, with Polo G and Lil Durk, Turn Me Up YC, FR, and Change the Subject. Those are my four, and there are a lot more there. And I also think that this project, I remember my point now. My point was gonna be is that I think that this project is worth a second listen to determine.
Did you just give yourself claps for remembering?
Yes.
Your point.
I have a bad memory, believe it or not. So me remembering anything after the fact is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But I think that Moneybagg Yo's A Gangsta's Pain is worth a second listen in full, just to see what new songs could potentially sneak up on you as some of your favorites. As of right now, I have this album as an album where you take your hits and then you dip. But I do think that there's potential here for it to be a cohesive, like a fully cohesive, let me listen to this in full type album.
I gotta listen to it more, and then I'll be able to know which B-sides are relevant or not. But good album.
Yeah,
good job. Thank you.
Yeah. Moving on, Lil Yachty, Michigan Boy Boat, 14 tracks, 40 minutes long, features T Grizzly, V's, Baby Smooth, Louis Ray, Sway Lee, RMC Mike, I Swear Vezo, Rio the Young OG, Babyface Ray, Sada Baby, Sada Ray, Babytron, Crispy Life Kid, Slap Savage, and YNJ. I might have mistyped something in my notes. But RJ, what did you think about Michigan Boy Boat?
Okay, so I feel like there has to be a precursor to this. I Detroit has a kind of new sonic movement happening that a lot of people aren't privy to, which is it relies on punch-ins. So you're not recording a verse, you're recording each line, which you can edit them to be closer together and you can fit more words in, but you also it affects the flow and it affects the way that everything comes out, and they're also looser on the flow. Like they're fine with not necessarily being in the pocket and just kind of like saying shit and just like it. Not punchlines isn't the right word. I would say shock value is more just like saying like funny ass, like crazy ass shit. Lil Boat, this project is a great homage to that. If you know about that sound, if you understand that sound and you're like used to a lot of these projects, Lil Boat is one of those guys that he's putting a lot of Michigan artists on. The beat selection, to my opinion, is great, and I think that he was executing that style of rap well. And I think that if you're into that sound, I think you'll love this project. Like I think that you would love it, but I think that a lot of people in music in general aren't really on that. You're not in the regular pocket shit, so they're not really gonna fuck with it.
I mean, you're right. He's putting on a lot of Michigan artists. I like T Grizzly. I like 42 Doug, even though 42 Doug isn't here. So I know the sound that you're talking about. This project is not it. I'm sorry. It's just not it. And it's really because of Lil Yachty. In my humble opinion, I think that the flow that he uses is broken. On almost every single song, whatever feature is there easily murks him. Because they're more familiar with this sound, but at the same time, they're still in pocket. Like there's a pocket in every single beat. And T Grizzly, those type of Detroit beats, he kills them every time. He's always in pocket. He has a nice flow. 42 Doug, the same thing.
That's fine.
But what I'm trying to say is that I'm tired of this flow where Lil Yachty doesn't complete the lyric until like 2 seconds later and leaves that little weird space in between. I love it. Tired of it because it's simplistic. It's so like it makes me feel like I can rap, and that shouldn't happen when I'm listening to professional hip hop.
I want you to know that one, there's no such thing as professional hip hop. Two, you can rap if you want to. Three,
okay. This thing wants
that is like literally part of the. That is literally part of the style, like the little like break off, like, and I fuck with that heavily.
No.
So if you have a fire beat and you're like bumping it and you like let it stop and you're like, oh, that, and it brings you back in.
But even when when you're talking about that and you're talking about, because you also mentioned that it's also reliant upon like punchlines and stuff.
No, like
there wasn't anything.
That's what I'm saying. Punchlines was not the right word.
But you're saying shock, you said shock value though.
Like he's supposed to say like there's supposed to be like words that like stand out that are like what's memorable.
Nothing there. There's nothing there. Interesting stat that I got from Twitter, a hip hop page that I guess is hip hop analytics, hip hop by the numbers.
Oh.
They tweeted out that on this project, Lil Yachty raps off beat 79.6% of the time.
That's literally that was part of my precursor. I don't know what you want me to do with that information.
That's not. Come on.
Audience, I precursed that's literally the sound that he was trying to emulate.
79.6% of the time, and
so basically, Lil Yachty had an idea for a project, and you just told me that 70+ % of the time he was executing it correctly.
I promise you that T Grizzly and 42 Doug, and
T Grizzly specifically is one of the dudes that like. He doesn't be off beat. He just be in a different pocket. But like a lot of the new artists are like like I'm gonna send it to you some and like I'm tight because I don't know them well enough, so I can't like tell you, like I can't tell the audience and put them on. And I'll make sure to remember it for the next podcast. But like being off beat, like that is the point. Completely, fully 100%.
No. They tried to do that with Blueface and say this is the next big style, and we were like, no, we don't want this anymore.
It's not the next big style in Cali, but that style in Cali was never gonna catch on because Cali cares about rapping. But Detroit is one of those people, like they haven't had a style in so long. So there's space for this new thing, and that's what the artists have decided that they want to be.
Style also doesn't have to be in terms of flow. It could just be in terms like they're
but
already,
it can be. It can be.
already. But what I'm trying to say is that they're already unique enough with these types of beats that are being made in Detroit. Like I hear these beats and I'm like, okay, this is something that T Grizzly would rap on. This is something that 42 Doug would rap on. All right, this is a Detroit type beat. Like I'm
the
like
Detroit sound is larger than T Grizzly and 42 Doug.
But those are the two biggest artists out of Detroit right now. Like in the past.
Yeah, but
5-ish years.
Okay, when you think about like a local sound, is that like the most mainstream versions of that sound aren't necessarily attached to the core sound. They're more crossover, accessible version of that sound, and that is what I would think. That's what I think of T Grizzly and 42 Doug.
This feels like the argument for like people who are heavily invested in saying that New York drill is the next big sound that's going to take over hip hop.
Anything from New York has the accessibility to be the next big thing, period.
Okay, but
so off that, if New York decides to do something and if New York City decides to do anything, no matter how dumb it is, it could be wearing clown shoes. If it catches on, it's the next best. It's the new best thing. That's just how our city works, and you being from the city, you know that.
You're right. But what I'm trying to say is that,
and if Pop Smoke would be alive, it would happen, right?
Yes, but that's fine. But at the end of the day, aside from Pop Smoke and aside from 5EO Foreign, what New York City drill artist can you tell me that the rest of the nation knows about?
Lil TJ.
He's not even a drill artist. Like,
I don't know, but you gotta understand that Pop Smoke has it's like one of those things where we're going to get Pop Smoke copycats for the next 4 or 5 years.
I have not seen one.
They're coming. Just wait on it. They're coming. God. I also been told you that Chef G and Sleepy Hollow.
I like them.
They're going to pop at some. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's going to happen. I promise you.
I hope it does. I genuinely hope it does. But as of right now, as of what's today? April 24th, 2021, it still hasn't happened yet. And I feel like I feel like for the genre to grow, like if you really want the genre to grow, whatever genre it is, there has to be like a clear face. And drill had that with Pop Smoke before he unfortunately died. And here we have I guess Lil Yachty trying to be the face of this this sound, and it's like
he's not trying to be the face, he's just paying homage to the sound. There's so many artists that I wish did this instead of stealing the best song out of one of the artists and then running away.
I
would much rather them do this.
I feel you, but do it right. Like I like it doesn't
come. But you said to me, what you said to the audience was every feature on this project outdoes Lil Yachty.
Yes.
So that means you listen to the song, you're like, oh, who is this other nigga? He does so much better. Is that not a better way to put niggas on than outperforming them? I
mean, no, not really. Because I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, T Grizzly killed this verse, and then Lil Yachty comes on and then it's like, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
But it makes you want to listen to T Grizzly, so that's the point.
No, I mean, but I was listening to T Grizzly before. All these other rappers, I'm probably not gonna go back and listen to unless they have a bigger hit, because the song is just unlistenable because of Lil Yachty.
I fuck with it, and I'm hyped for Michigan Boy Boat 2.
Oh God, don't do that.
I want there to be a 2.
I'm just also he did the same. He used the same flow on Hit Bout It with Kodak, and Kodak had a nice verse, and I couldn't listen to it because of that broken flow. Like I think
you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I just like the music. I'm sorry for that.
See, Detroit. Don't worry, I'm gonna hold you down.
I have nothing. I did not say anything about Detroit. I hope that they blow up in their own ways. 42 Doug looks promising. T Grizzly should be higher up than he is, but he's still relatively young in his career. Some of these artists could potentially blow up, but I don't think that this project
Sada Baby is on his way for sure.
You think so?
Yes.
We'll see. But I don't really have any favorite songs on this, but what are your favorite songs?
My favorite songs are Dynamic Duo, G.I. Joe, and Never Did Coke. Sway Lee. We need the album, brother. I don't know what it's gonna be, but we need it.
Jimmy? Let's move on to the last.
Ooh, I'm hyped for this one.
Okay, we have Cordae. That's honestly crazy. I promise you, when we talked about Cordae last week, I had no idea this was coming out. Just Until 4 tracks,
Universe.
12 minutes long. He features Q-Tip and Young Thug. RJ, based off of Just Until, how excited are you for Cordae's next project?
So I just gotta figure out the name. The last song on the project, Thornton Street.
Yeah.
I say. Cordae is a person that's compared to J.Cole a lot, and this project, although they are probably throwaways, B-sides type, is don't ever compare him to J.Cole again. Like, it shouldn't happen. I'm not gonna do it. It's never gonna happen. Come from me. It's not. No, let me finish. It's never gonna happen from me.
You're already
until
2
he
minutes
proves
into this
it.
conversation.
I don't know if you've listened to J. Cole's mixtapes, but I just want you to know that Cordae is just not, is certainly not on this level. But I think that Thornton Street is like the best example of like him being on that level. I think that he's great storyteller, but I think that he's his cocky, arrogant bag is not great to me.
What
and
cocky,
it's
arrogant
just annoying.
bag?
Him talking about the money that he has in his pockets and the bitch that he's talking to and all these
You talking about the song with Young Thug?
I'm talking about he gets in that bag on other songs.
Not that much.
I'm not gonna like it's in the song, so like we don't need to get into that. But I do think that I think that when he gets into his like deep storytelling bag, I think that he can do very well in that bag. I think that on a cohesive project he can be really good, but I just don't think. I think that the style is what makes people compare him to J. Cole, but I don't think that he has the skills that J. Cole has. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't know why people talk about it. I mean, because J. Cole is in spitting distance of Kendrick and Cordae is nowhere near. So I don't know why people are comparing him to J. Cole.
I don't know what you were listening to. This is a good project. I'm excited for the next one. All 4 tracks are heat. More Life with Q-Tip. That's a good feature to have.
Great feature to have.
He has
iconic.
Let me look at the names of these other 2 songs, which I didn't write for some reason. Thornton Street might be the best track. Coming from this project, off the 4 tracks that he gave us, I don't know which one is the best. And they're all great, in my opinion. And they're all something for me to look forward to for the next one. He has Dream in Color, which is good. He has What's Up with Young Thug, which is good. That's a Take a Day Trip beat, which he kills, similar to the song that I was talking about last week. What's it called? Broke as Fuck. The first half of Broke as Fuck is the same vibe that he gets into there. It's clear that he has bars. It's clear that he can storytell. It's clear that he has good storytelling skills. It's clear that he can maneuver between just rapping to show, oh, I'm one of the best rappers here, and also rapping to tell a story, or rapping because he has something more to say, something more to say. This is a good project. I'm really, really excited for the next project, which if I was listening correctly to Thornton Street, is titled From a Bird's Eye View. But I'm really excited for the next Cordae project. I think that he's going to take a next step, a big next step with this next project.
I think that he's a good artist. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm gonna come off like I don't like him, but I think that people compared him to J. Cole. Like that is the gold standard of hip hop right now, of the generation right now. And Cordae is not on that level. He's a very talented, skilled, technically gifted rapper. He cares a lot. I fuck with his passion. I fuck with him as a person more than I fuck with him as a rapper. And I think that's just like what makes me enjoy it. Like when he talks about shit that he cares about, like I know that he's not capping at all. And that's rare because some niggas just be talking about shit. But he doesn't command the beat. Sometimes sometimes I'm like, you're not commanding the beat.
Tell me more about that. Can you break
commanding
what
the beat?
Specifically
is like you have control.
Do you mean by that?
Like when Lil Wayne will rap on a song, you're like, damn, he's fucking this beat up. Like he's doing something to this song. Like he is. In some situations, when you're a wordsmith, it's like a battle between the beat and the rapper, especially if you have good beat selection. Like you're like one is trying to outdo the other. key example is like say DNA and Kendrick Lamar. It's kind of like this beat keeps leveling up, so Kendrick got to keep leveling up. It's like something like that. Is that there are some times where like I feel like Cordae be like not getting carried by the beat, but it's like, bro, beat this beat up, like come on, like do something. Like he just be like slapping the shit out of it and like that's it. And it's like, come on, bro, like make the beat black and like fuck the beat up. And he don't really be doing. He like they're like it's J. Cole, Lil Wayne, Hove, like there are some wordsmiths that like they love the game so much that they're like, I'm gonna just go off for this next like 20 seconds because I can. And Cordae is one of those dudes like, I'm in the pocket that I want to be, so I don't need to do that. Like I'm a good rapper, I'm doing this well. I don't need to go in. And it's like Cordae. That's why I don't compare him to J. Cole. Here's an example that I don't agree with, but is an example that some people may understand because they do it and they're stupid. LeBron James gets compared to Michael Jordan in his final game decision, in the final, 30 seconds of a game, because on a last second decision, he'll make a pass to an open, offensive player rather than just shoot the shot himself. And some people are like, oh, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the ice in him. He don't want to go after it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, LeBron James understands that an open jump shot is better than a contested jump shot, regardless of how good you are. Like, that's just like how basketball works. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, in rap, doing the most because you're talented, because you know that you can, rather than just like doing what is the smart thing, what is the right thing, is that in rap, sometimes it's like, I want every beat to be ripped to shreds because I know you can do that. I got peak storytelling. I love that. I think that peak storytelling isn't like ripping a beat apart. It's just like making a movie out of a song. Is that there were songs like, all right, this is a beat you can just rip apart. And it's like, all right, he's rapping. All right, get into the part where you start ripping it apart. And he never does it. And like, J. Cole would rip every beat apart, like just cause. Like just like Kendrick, you'd be like, why did you start rapping? Like you did not need to start going deep into this, like on certain songs, just because like that's how he raps. He just like the second verse there. Like Cordae is a rapper.
Are you talking about J. Cole? Are you talking about J. Cole from like just from the mixtapes, or are you talking about J. Cole? I'm talking about J.
Cole as a rapper, which includes the mixtapes.
Yes. I don't know how true that is recently. Like before he went on his feature run.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why I'm bringing up the mixtape so much is because that's the stage of Cordae's career that we're in.
I mean, but some people would also argue that J. Cole has like his music hasn't been as great of a quality since the mixtapes. Mixtape J. Cole is better than album J. Cole, yes. So maybe that's where the comparison is coming from. Maybe you're not comparing Cordae to the right J. Cole, because
if we're comparing him to album J. Cole, like that's what I'm saying is I feel like if they're comparing him to album J. Cole, then it's just like, oh, he makes a cohesive project and that's enough.
I mean, album J. Cole is still, in my opinion, the second best rapper aside from Kendrick.
I disagree with that.
Okay, well we're not.
For Your Eyes Only and KOD would not help back up your claim.
But 2014 and Born Center would.
50%. Being 50% from the field is not going to help your argument.
I mean, I don't.
Kendrick Lamar.
But I said second best, and what I'm saying is that I don't really think there's a
technical rapper on that level. Yeah,
I don't think any rapper who is trying to be in the same bag as J. Cole has made anything aside from Kendrick, has made anything that's better than Born Center or 2014.
All right, real quick, because I don't want to, because I think that we have to listen to the album before we really get into this conversation. Compare him to Lupe Fiasco for me, real quick.
Shit. You should have told me to listen to Lupe Fiasco before. I would have had everything updated. But I think they're both good storytellers. I think that they both have an understanding of what they want to do.
This is Cordae. I'm talking about Cordae.
I know. I know. I think what I was gonna say was I think that's a little bit of an unfair comparison, because I think at this point Lupe Fiasco has just gotten to the point where whatever beat he's on, he's just gonna kill it. And I think that Cordae is still trying to get there. Cordae's young, So I don't know how old he is. Probably our age. But he has a good chance of being one of those rappers in about 10, 15 years that we're like, he doesn't miss.
It's funny because I was thinking about when we're gonna get into this segment, and I was like, I'm gonna start the segment on, I don't want to talk about Cordae. Call me in 10 years when he's like at the place that he needs to be. And so it's really funny that you say that, because I do think that in 10 years he's gonna be like on a godly place. But they compare it'd be like, you know, the way that they compare Luka Doncic to people, and then he didn't do what Luka Doncic is doing. It's like if he just played, like he was average like low 20s and average like 6 assists and like 7 rebounds. We're like, oh wait, he's not actually what we thought he was gonna be. Like that, it's one of those things where you can't compare a guy to J.Cole. And then when I say, okay, so what about Lupe Fiasco? You're like, oh well, Lupe Fiasco is gonna destroy every beat that he's on. It's like if Cordae's on that level, that's how he needs to be about every song. I think you're exactly what I was missing.
I think you're just misunderstanding the comparison. I think the comparison comes into, but no one's saying that Cordae is comparable to J. Cole.
I hate Twitter. Fuck Twitter.
like nobody is saying that. What we're saying is that he has the potential to be someone who is
a lot of people compare
up there like J. Cole. Straight up,
people compare him straight up.
Okay, well, I'm speaking for me. And for me, when I compare him to J. Cole, I'm saying he has the potential to be someone who is similar to J. Cole in terms of greatness, in terms of stylistically, in terms of lyrically, in terms of just overall rapping ability. That's what I'm comparing him to. I'm comparing his potential, not right now. Obviously, he's still raw. You could tell by the 4 tracks that he dropped that they all have different sounds, so he's still trying to figure it out completely. He's still trying to see what I can do, what I can't do. He's still trying to see the limits of his talent. But I think at the end of the day, and this is me saying this, not Twitter, at the end of the day, he will be someone who can be considered one of the greatest rappers of this generation. And
you put him on Dreamville right now. Who's the second best artist on Dreamville?
J. Cole. I'm sticking with it. What I said last week. Cordae. I'd rather listen to a Cordae album than a J.I.D.
I need you to double down.
Yeah, no, I'll double down.
Okay.
I like J.I.D. too, by the way. Like I'm not being like, I like J.I.D. I'm excited for his next project. Skiji was amazing. That was an amazing song. I'm excited to hear what he has next. But I think that Cordae, I feel like this is gonna be a terrible ass comparison, but let's talk basketball a little bit, right? I think
I made so
kind of feel like Cordae is more of a Ja Morant, where we see a lot of flashes, and we just know that one day that he's going to be
he's just gonna click.
He's gonna like one day it's gonna click. Like we're certain of it, and we see a lot of flashes of it happening, and when it happens, it's amazing. And I feel like J.I.D. is definitely more developed, and we kind of know who he is already. Like I feel like he's more like a.
I don't think he's been able to show enough.
I mean, just going based off of the Revenge of the Dreamers.
Two albums. That's 2 albums.
And what was the last one? DiCaprio 2. Yeah, DiCaprio 2. Like, I'm fairly certain what J.I.D.'s next project is gonna sound like.
I mean, Spillage Village didn't give you a whole nother like realm of like music that he can make.
I mean, he was still.
I think he's spearheading that project, to be honest.
I mean, I think that I feel like.
Because you like that project.
I do like that project. I think that he's still doing some of the same things though. Like we know what he's gonna do. He's gonna rap. He's gonna be in pocket. He's gonna say something that's remarkable, and we're gonna enjoy it. Like we know what we're gonna get from J.I.D. Cordae was damn near like
J.I.D.
and sounding good.
J.I.D. rips beats apart, and that's what I need out of Cordae.
I don't
because there are some songs.
There
are some songs. I'm tight because there's a song that's like "La Please Have Mercy." I don't know what name that song is. Is Have Mercy?
Yeah.
Like he rips that beat apart.
Yeah.
If I don't get that Cordae on the new project, if that Cordae is not on the project, I'm gonna be like, well, stop comparing yourself, because that's what puts you on that level of J. Cole Kendrick.
I don't think he has to do that though.
Bro,
he doesn't have to.
Okay, he doesn't have to be that person. But to be compared to J. Cole and Kendrick, he does, because that's what they do. They do both. They do. Kendrick can give you the "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst," where everything is. I'm gonna just give you a 7-minute story, and he can give you a DNA where I'm just ripping the beat apart. He can give you both. So don't compare me to a guy like, especially a guy like J. Cole. He can rap on, the all right beat and rip it apart, and then he can give you the false prophets, and then he can give you like. Don't compare him to Cordae. If Cordae can't do both, I don't want to talk about it.
But you literally
just said I need to see it more. You have to double down. Your skills have to be doubled down. They have to be doubled down. Now, J. Cole is the one guy that I've watched pundits not care about him not consecutively doubling down, like continuing to double down. But Cordae can't be compared to a guy that's on the same level as Kendrick. If we were putting people rightfully put J. Cole on the right level.
I don't understand how you can tell me that Cordae needs to do this, and we haven't seen it from Cole in however many years. I don't understand how you could do that.
Because when Cole gets in that bag, he wants to, and the fall off is going to be that.
Bag?
That's what everybody knows what the fall off is going to be. Everybody knows what the fall off is going to be.
I have to see it. And
I want you to know that the fall off on KOD is an example of him doing that. He literally just like picking the beat apart.
I'm not going.
And I need Cordae to pick the beat apart. If he's not gonna pick the beat apart, then it's like, okay, bro, you're just gonna story. You're not Tupac. You're just gonna story tell and
why can't he just be great doing what he can do? You can still be on that level.
I'm just saying his talent is wider than that.
Yeah.
And if he's not, as a young artist, if he's not showing all of his talent,
who do you think is more versatile, him or J. Cole? In terms of the amount of bags.
J. Cole.
So you would rather
J. Cole can make any song he wants.
Okay. So I was on this fine podcast about a year ago saying that I like when J. Cole sings, and you were roasting the shit out of me. You think that J. Cole is a better? You think that J. Cole is a better singer than Cordae?
Both of them can't sing. So if you're talking about the bag, people that enjoy the singing bag, you enjoy the singing bag.
Who's a better singer?
So what I'm saying is that technically.
But who's a better singer?
I'm not gonna get into that. They both are not good singers.
Okay, who's better?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. Okay. I don't want to hear either of them sing.
Austin Rivers and Mike James are two players who are not really that good.
No, I do not want to Austin Rivers and Mike James.
I would rather have Austin Rivers on my team than Mike James.
You are correct, yes. But the fact that you tried to make that comparison is terrible.
So you can't tell me that who's the better singer between Cordae and J. Cole? You ducking.
I'm.
You ducking. You ducking. Quack,
I'm not out here pleading the fifth, bro. It doesn't matter. It's like, who's a better singer, Dr. Dre or Kanye West? It's like both. I don't want neither of them. Kanye. Both of them niggas gotta sing. Stop singing, Kanye, please. Stop. And Cordae, you don't need to do it. Get a nigga that can sing.
I thought he sounded good on that one song.
No. Bring the R&B nigga in. Hey, rappers.
I thought he sounded good.
Rappers, you better start bringing the goddamn R&B nigga in. Stop.
Oh,
you can't sing.
You can't have the R&B nigga on every song. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself.
You call James Fauntleroy. You can't do it. Stop it.
James Fauntleroy. I thought she was gonna bring out dude. What's his? I forgot.
The Dream?
Charlie Wilson.
Oh, Charlie.
I thought that was gonna be
the
first.
Charlie Wilson or James Fauntleroy. Those are the options. No,
not the Dream. You just mentioned the Dream.
No, because the Dream. That's Hov and Kanye. You can't call it.
Oh, so he's just unique to this.
You can't call it Dream. The Dream is the throne. That's the the Dream. The Dream is like you gotta have some money.
Didn't Cordae make a song with her?
Who?
With her.
Yeah.
I forgot how that sounded.
It was a her song. It was a her song though. He featured on her song.
But he was on it.
And it was a money song.
Hey man, Cordae, call her.
Call her. Oh, call her.
Oh, now look at you. Now you excited for
no? Because I'm telling, bro. Rappers need to start getting R&B artists on songs in general. Stop singing. You can't sing. That auto-tune is not working for you. Stop.
Personally, I think that they're both serviceable singers, Cordae and J. Cole. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Bro, you start saying things like serviceable, bro. That's another word for trash. That's another word for mediocre.
No, it's not.
It's very close.
Bruce Brown is serviceable, but like Mike James is.
You're getting deep.
I'm just I like Bruce Brown too. He's on my fantasy team. I enjoy him. I enjoy what he does
this
for the
man
Brooklyn Nets.
just
I enjoy what he
promoting
does.
his fucking fantasy team. He don't even know. Come on,
I
bro,
watched the
relax.
games. If you watch Bruce Brown play, you could tell that he is understanding the game, and he's a very good cutter for the team. And he's always in the right position, and he gets rebounds, and he does all the dirty work. I fuck with him. He's serviceable.
I respect.
Is he gonna be a superstar? Probably not. Is he gonna
Doubt
be a star? Probably not.
Highly doubt it.
But he's serviceable, and he could probably be in the league for maybe 5-10 years. That's a serviceable player.
We'll see.
Versus,
let's
like-
get back to music. Talking about.
Oh, I was gonna get out of here, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Do you have anything else to say? Do you have any more hate? to
and
give?
rest in peace to Shock G.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
And
not
yeah,
good.
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
rest in
keep
peace,
an eye
Shock
on this Moneybagg Yo album.
Yeah.
It's either might be the best album of the spring, or it's going to be
Coda.
the start of
Coda,
a very, very long
My
run.
friend Coda.
When did Cordae drop? I felt like that was still a winter project.
No.
Some break.
Let me. I will check
Break.
that for you. But I feel like. Wait, you're saying of the spring or to this point?
Of the spring.
Of the spring, okay. You might have bailed yourself out a little bit.
I literally
March
said the spring.
19th.
An audience knows. See,
March
they be
19th.
trying to catch you.
March
But
19th.
the rhetoric is very important.
The rhetoric. March 19th is technically. I mean, it's not technically the spring, but it is technically the spring.
What is it?
It was a warm day.
What
It
did
was
he
a
say?
warm day.
Audience, what did he say? He said not technically. And I said the spring.
Okay.
I mean technically. So
Okay.
since, I mean,
You're giving me heavy ASMR vibes. So I'm a little uncomfortable now.
hey.
Stop. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Good week. Hype for another one.
All right. Well, that's RJ Levichin. I'm Nate Sperling getting ready to hoop. This has been The Cap. This is episode 207. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Stay inside. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. I want to be outside for the summer. Yeah, do all that. Yeah, we out. Wait, we out.
I promise you, we're gonna be a lot better with it. Come with me, they're gonna give it to your boy.